Hello and welcome back to Galactic Reviews. And this week we watched Five Nights at Freddy's. It's out on Peacock and in the theater. So it's about Five Nights at Freddy's, not the restaurant. In all seriousness, it's a movie based off the famous video game sort of franchise, I guess you would call it, and the book series, I guess, because I didn't even know that was a thing. Um,
Yeah.
and my thoughts, I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought the performances by the main actor and Matthew Lillard were phenomenally done. I loved Matthew Lillard in this movie. I thought the performance by Abby, I think is her name, and Vanessa, thought they were done well. I don't think they were as good as Matthew Lillard's performance, but it was still they were still good. Yeah, I thought it was just good. It made sense throughout. I can't really think of I think there's like one or two things that I have questions about, but we'll hopefully get we either get an answer in the next couple movies because they're supposedly having some more movies coming down the line. From what I've seen reported,
Yeah,
there
there's
should be a I think Matthew Lillard signed a 3-year contract for movies with Blumhouse. So
yeah.
yeah, I liked it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was good. Depending on how the sequels do, it could go higher. Um, but for right now, I'm gonna leave it at a 7 out of 10. It was good, exceptionally well done. I have some things, but it's more like conspiratorial things other than complaints for this movie. So, but other than that, not really.
We're not a theory channel. I don't think we're allowed to do that.
No, no, but that's just me personally. I got some conspiratorial stuff. So, but yeah, 7 out of 10.
I'll go next. I enjoyed this movie, and at the same time, I don't know. I really enjoyed it, but I
Oh,
just don't.
I will
I
go ahead and
see what
preface
they can do
this.
for sequels.
Yeah, I will go ahead and preface this. I know nothing about the lore, whereas Andrew and Zach kind of know way more than I do. So,
I I know a little bit. I don't know as much as Andrew might. I just know some of the basic stuff. But I'm slightly confused at what direction they're taking for the next movie, if they're doing a next movie, um, with a few of the characters. Obviously, you have Springtrap. That's pretty self-explanatory. How they're going to just tie into that, but it's with his daughter. Then again, I know very little about that character because I've only seen her in one game. I haven't read any of the books, so I don't know much about her. So I'm a little confused
You
on
don't need
her
the books.
character.
You don't need the books.
Well, I don't know. I know I don't need the books, but I don't know how much detail they go into her character in the books, if at all. I only, if I recall, she's only a physical character in like two of the games, I think.
Okay, so like it ain't that special because the Vanessa in the movie is not the Vanessa in the video game
Well, I know.
books.
Okay, so they are completely different.
Those are his daughter and Vanessa are two different characters in
Just
the
happenstance have the
series.
same name.
Um, Not even in the series. In the movie, they either they aged. Is his daughter still in the games? I'm not even sure if his daughter's alive. Um,
I don't know.
I don't even think he does have a daughter, I believe.
He
Like
has two sons
I'm
and a
not
daughter,
I'm not a
but I think
lore.
his two sons are dead.
Oh, 100% they are. I don't remember if his daughter's dead or not. She might be. But yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember. There's a character named Vanessa that is not his daughter. And but is a security guard.
Just by happenstance has the same name.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that was the only thing I was a little confused on. Wasn't sure. I didn't know that character's from that game
Oh yeah, no.
lore-wise
In the
all that
series, she's
much.
dead. In the series, she's dead.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I don't know the fine details. I just know basic stuff. But I enjoyed it to be able to see those characters in a movie, honestly. I thought that was fun, entertaining to watch. Made some of them just as terrifying as they were to me in the games. Especially Chica and Foxy. I feel like Bonnie though was kind of just he just existed. It was a little disappointing how little we got to see of that character. We got to see more of Chica's cupcake than Bonnie, which was a little sad in my book, but
Mhm.
it is what it is. Yeah, but all in all, I would have to rate it, yeah, probably a 7 out of 10. It was good. It was a good movie. I'm just confused at like direction wise, what they're gonna do for the next one. Um, Mostly because I still just see this as a game and not a movie. I have to kind of move on, get my mind out of that mindset, and just see it as what this is now. Um, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do. So I'm just excited to see what they're going to do next for it at this point.
So yeah, I will give it a 6 out of 10. I do love the games. I grew up with the games. I grew up with the YouTubers playing the games, watching the lore video, watching Pat's lore videos with every game drop. I love the series. Um, this was a movie made for the fans. Yeah, like a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of little bits. They tried to mix horror and comedy, but they didn't quite solidly land on either one of those. So it made it more from like just a very friendly, family friendly horror movie. Um, the deaths weren't gruesome, um, though they were imaginative. And the movie did go a little off the rails about halfway through, as far as seriousness goes. Um, but overall, it was good. It was an interesting plot. It was definitely like they took a video game and made it a movie, which is not an easy thing to do, especially in games that are not like story based. Um,
Correct.
so it was interesting. It was good. It was entertaining. Um, yeah, it's all right.
Can I ask you guys my
Yeah, I feel like I
theories
don't.
then?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
So one theory I have is there are 5 kids that are all kidnapped,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there's
Hmm.
only like 4 animatronics because I'm not counting the cupcake because I don't think you can fit a child's body in a cupcake.
Well, you could if you grind it down into a powder,
Yeah, but I don't think he
like the
would do
bones.
that. One of my theories that I have about this is there being 5 kids, but only like 4 animatronics. So with the
I was gonna say, did you see the after credit scene as well with Balloon Kid? But that's also a
that's
very small object.
yeah. I would say more so with the there was a 5th one that I saw, but I don't know if like it really is a fit. I assume it's a 5th one. It's the Freddy with
Which
the blue eyes that's a little bit more damaged than the Freddy that's on the stage.
That's him.
That's the 5th kid. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I
Golden Freddy.
thought. That's what I thought. I thought it was the 5th. I thought that was the blonde kid, the 5th kid. That's what I
Yeah.
assumed. So
Yep.
okay,
Nope, that's spot on.
because I know that wasn't it wasn't explicitly stated in the film, and that guy basically never showed up until getting Abby, and then disappeared from the rest of it.
yeah,
So it was
yeah.
never shown 100%, and the only time that you actually see the kid with like in front of the animatronic and stuff is when like the animatronics at Abby's house. So that was just one of my things where I was thinking like that's got to be the 5th kid, even though it was never explicitly stated. So okay, that's one
Yeah.
for me. Sweet. My next theory is, I guess, with the second film that Mike would try to go find Garrett or his brother Garrett to some extent, like not just to
I don't.
not necessarily like to some extent because he wants to get like he's kind of got closure with the murder of his brother, but he also I would think he want to find the body or what happened to his brother as well.
I mean, I suppose. I just.
And I think
That's
that would
where
be
I'm
I
kind
would
of
think
left
that
with. I don't.
I mean I think that would be the next movie.
No, I mean, it could be, but I just don't see how they're going to. Are they going to like the sister location, which I don't see them doing. I
That's
just
pretty
don't
cool.
see. It would be cool, but I don't know how they
Nope,
would
that's
string it
prequel.
together.
I
What?
That's going back in time.
Well, yeah, but
I
I'm
don't
like,
know,
I don't
but
know what.
I
I
also know
don't
that
really
they're
know what direction they're going with the
yeah.
second one, if they're just going to keep that
I
same
have
place.
an idea. William Afton started the business with another person, with a dude named Henry Emily
And
Hemley
yes.
Emery. Henry Emily started. They were like co-founders. So I could see that character coming in and being like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to reboot this. It's such a shame what happened. I'm gonna bring back the glory." Um,
I
that was
mean,
all
I
William.
suppose, but would it be at the same location? And if
No, it'd
so,
probably be a
then
different one.
the original animatronics go there to like wreck it or something. I mean, I
There's a
see where
lot of
you're
murders,
coming
man.
from. I mean,
There's
I
a
see
lot
where
more
you're coming
murders than those
from.
five
It makes,
kids.
Have you seen the
I
most
mean, yeah,
recent film
5 kids
theory?
and then one kid outside crying, the crying kid.
Have you seen
Film
the
theory? No.
okay, so film theory has a had put a video out on this about kind of what on what not necessarily on like the more so on the other guy who made the animatronics. And he actually said that it would be interesting and actually kind of make sense if that guy was Mike's father.
I
I
guess.
mean, I suppose so, specifically with the fact of when he realized the last name of Mike,
Yeah, because I
he
mean, and he even
got a
says
little
like
bit
there's
more
like
excited.
yeah, because he said like there's like 60,000 like 160,000 people named with the last name Schmidt, and yet he recognized Mike.
No, that is I
So
did notice that, and I was kind of confused with that point, and it was never brought
yeah,
up in the movie.
and it makes sense why he would go into the middle of essentially a family picnic or family camping grounds to go get specifically Garrett.
Yeah.
So, because that could be seen as a
I mean,
plot hole
and
as to
his
why
he
he
did,
specifically
yeah,
goes.
and then they did say Mike did say his father was still alive. He just
Yeah,
disappeared. Well, he left. So, I mean, I suppose, that
Well,
does,
they didn't say either. They just said he couldn't handle it
yeah,
yeah.
he couldn't handle it, so he left. He didn't
or
say
killed
he
himself.
died.
They kept it
Yeah, well,
very
he didn't say
vague.
that. He said that yeah, kept it very
Yeah.
vague. He specifically said his mother died, but not his
Mhm.
father. So he could be dead, but I'm just assuming he left.
But yeah, that's basically all I had.
Which
And then when
either
I
way,
watched
it's the
the
same
Matt
thing.
Pat, when I watched the Matt Pat theory, that kind of just fed into it, like everything that was going to happen in the sequel. So he's not
Yeah.
always right, but he's got a grain. There's like grains of interesting truth, possible of like interesting possibilities in there.
Yeah, 100%. But that is an interesting plot. I would kind of like to see.
It'd be a
Yeah.
weird family reunion too.
Yeah.
So
It would be, but I think that would be the best way they could keep Mike's character back alive
yeah, and then
or bring back.
the ending of the second movie is them essentially releasing their brother from the eternal torment and sending him into the afterlife, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that ghost thing works, but fixing it so that way he's not
Well,
always trapped
it would
there.
be the next question of it would be the next question of which one did he put him in?
Yeah. And also then that would be the next question of why didn't he do that to the other animatronics? If he does decide to release his brother from this prison, why hasn't he then tried to help out the other animatronics by essentially setting him free? Instead of him wreaking havoc. I
Well,
don't know. A whole bunch of
I
things that
think
could go.
he could be doing that in the second movie, and that's what he's trying to do. But in this movie, he was more focused on saving his sister from,
Yeah.
you know,
And that could be something for like the second or
Yeah.
third movie where he's trying to essentially set him free. Like after he does it for Garrett, he then tries to go and set the other kids free. I don't stuff that could go on. I don't know.
yeah, who knows?
So
Who knows? There's
a lot of possibilities. A lot of
a lot of
possibilities.
possibilities with this movie going for a second one.
And this is just based on stuff I know. There's probably way more stuff on lore wise you guys can go into as for possibilities of next movies and stuff. All right, Andrew,
Ooh,
do you have a movie choice?
I think so. Hold on. Yes. Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes will be our next movie. It is the prequel to the whole Hunger Games series. I grew up watching the series, so I didn't realize it was coming out within the next week.
Question: was this written by the same
Yep.
person who did Hunger Games?
Yep.
Okay.
It's based off of the
And
book.
oh, I didn't realize they did a
Came
she
out
did
the
a book,
prequel.
not another
It's
one. Because I
yeah,
remember
it's a little
hearing about
time.
it, but it wasn't that as big, as
So, like
popular.
30 seconds. It's essentially how Hamish, I believe, got his one. How Hamish won.
All right.
What's
Yeah,
special about
no,
that one is that year they had double the amount of tributes.
yep, the 50th.
Until next time,
On Galactic Reviews.
I'm just expecting it to cut out any